In this meditation, we're going to help you release your blockages so that you can find your true inner self without all that negativity that's holding you back, that acts like a big ball and chain within inside of you and on the outside of you. So let's begin taking a deep breath. And exhale out anything negative. And once again, make sure, especially with this meditation, that you're sending that negativity down to the center of Mother Earth. This is very important with this meditation. I want you to imagine standing at the edge of a forest or large woods. I want you to envision the trees behind you, and in front of you is a big open field. This field is full of grass. Now look way down at the very end of this huge field. You're going to see in the distance a big mountain. But that is not for you to go to yet. I want you to walk forward and sit down in a big field of grass. Allow the grass to just envelop you with its fragrance. Take in a deep breath and smell the fragrance of the grass all around you. Reach down and touch the grass and feel how velvety and how soft it feels to your touch. Imagine the most beautiful, comfortable grass that you have ever sat in before. But mostly I want you to feel the love, the warmth, the welcoming of each and every single blade of this grass. Take in another deep breath. Bring in that white light, really, really deep, bright white light. And exhale out anything that doesn't feel just quite right. I want you to look around in the grass that you're sitting upon and see what is around you. Is it flowers? Is it trees? How about some animals? Know that everything that you're seeing, sensing, smelling, or just feeling is all inviting, all loving, and all very, very nurturing for you. Because everything that is with you now, that is surrounding you now, is going to move forward with you to help you along your journey of releasing your blockages. So invite all that you see, that you feel, that you're sensing that's around you, and know that these are all very, very loving creatures, whether it be animals or vegetation. Could even be you might see some fairies, angels, whatever it is you're seeing. This is what's going to help you and give you the power and the strength and the willingness to break down your own blockages. Now I want you to get up from your green grass and start walking forward. And just take in everything that's around you. And bring everything that's around you with you on this journey. Because, again, way in the distance, you're going to see that beautiful, beautiful mountain. And you want to get there so very badly because it's so beautiful. But you can't quite get there yet, and wait, before you, it's a great big wall. You can barely see the mountain in the distance because this wall is blocking your path. Now you will want to get to this wall and stand before it. In this wall is 4 layers. Each layer represents a negative that's lying within you, that's blocking you from receiving and being and rejoicing within your own true happiness. These are your blockages. I want you to take a good look at that very, very first layer in that wall. How thick is it? How wide is it? How long is it? This layer is your insecurities. What are your own insecurities? Don't judge it. And each day your insecurities can change. You could be insecure about your job, about a relationship, about your children, your parents, your siblings, your significant other, your home, your career, finances, health. What is it that you're insecure about that is not making you feel totally like you're grounded, like you're planted on Mother Earth? Now, I want you to start knocking down this layer of insecurity. You can begin by just chipping away at a small portion of it. And you can use anything you want. You might want to use a sledgehammer. You might want to use just a hammer, a nail, a chisel, a mallet. You might want to even use your own karate chops or kick it. Whatever it is you've got to do, this is a layer that you want to remove. And as you're removing it, bit by bit, what colors are you seeing? What's it made out of? What materials? Is it really, really thick and heavy? Or is it something very light, very brittle that you could chip right through? But know that everything that you're chipping away are your own insecurities. Okay, the next layer will be that of self-doubt. When you look in the mirror, what is it you see? If you're not seeing a very, very beautiful, special, loving person that when you look in the mirror glows right back at you, this is your own self-doubt. And you need to release this self-doubt. What is it that you're doubting about yourself? That you're not smart enough? That you're not loving enough? That you're not beautiful enough? That you're too fat too heavy, too skinny, too tall, too short. Oh, you might say the wrong thing to somebody. These are all your own self-doubt. And I give you full permission to start chipping away at this layer of this wall. Because know that we are all created equal. And that we all are children of the highest of highest sources, which I choose to call God. We are all created equal, no matter what our looks are on the outside, no matter how we dress. So when you learn to chip down this wall, the self-acceptance, but more importantly, the self-love of you, and you chip down this layer so that when you feel that layer being removed, you're going to be feeling a warmth. And know that you are in God's hands. And nobody out there is better or lesser than you. For we are all created equally. So go ahead and chip away at this layer, because the next layer is all about what am I going to do with my life? Why am I here? What am I afraid of? Why can't I hear what it is or know what it is that I am supposed to do? Or perhaps you feel you should be doing a better job. All the what ifs, the buts, the yeah buts, all the negative words, all the negative thoughts, the maybes, couldn't, shouldn't, wouldn't. This is a layer that you need to remove. Because know that your thoughts create your words, and your words create your actions. So what is it within you that is negative that you need to remove? And as you begin chipping down this layer of this wall, I want you to feel more empowered, more self-assured about who you are. You might not know at this very moment what it is that you're supposed to be doing, or what else you're supposed to be doing, or even who you might be doing it with. But once you remove this layer of negativity and keep chipping at it, chipping at it, chipping at it till it totally breaks away, you will find that inner peace, that inner knowingness that comes from deep within inside of you, within your heart, within your gut. And then that knowingness will create your action. So go ahead and remove that layer. If you cannot remove the whole layer at this time, I want this layer to be removed enough so at least you can walk through it. Because remember, your goal is to get to that beautiful, beautiful mountain. Lastly, our last layer is forgiveness. This is a big one. You must learn to forgive yourself first, because you have not led a perfect life. And if you haven't led a perfect life, neither has anybody else that has entered your life. Everybody makes mistakes. So what is it first that you need to forgive about yourself? And then what is it that you need to forgive about others? start chipping away, hammering away at this layer. This layer is so very, very important to you and your own well-being. For by not allowing forgiveness into your life will create all kinds of physical, emotional, and spiritual harm to you. And is that worth it? Know that anything that anybody has ever done, said to you, it could be a negative, that was a learning lesson for you. So release it. Let it go. Forgive, so you can move forward with whatever it is that's holding you back. Perhaps you weren't with a loved one when they passed over. Perhaps you wanted to say one more thing to one person, or you feel like you need closure with someone. Or a closure with leaving a home, or a job, a career, finances, anything. Forgive that by removing this last layer, this last wall. Now, I want you to look at this wall. Have you removed the whole wall with every layer? Or is there at least an area in your wall that you can walk through? Because now I give you full permission to walk through that opening. But before you do, I want you to reach down and pick up whatever remains that you have just removed. They could be dust, it could be small little particles. And I want you to reach down and pick up a handful of that and blow it out into the wind. And give full permission for your higher spiritual self to take over. Know that God, the angels, the universe, your spirit guides, or even your deceased loved ones will help you remove this last bit of dust. And now I give you full permission to walk through this wall. You should be so proud of yourself. And run, skip, fly, jump. I give you full permission now to go to your mountain. And I want you to climb to your mountain. It could be very, very tall. It could be a short mountain. It could have snow on top. There could be waterfalls. There could be ponds, lakes, trees, rainbows, flowers, animals. I want it to be very light, very bright, and very, very inviting. And this is your loving place. And this is where you can come to your happy place at any time. And before you take in the true beauty of your very, very sacred, special, loving, warm mountain, I want you to turn around and look out at that big field. And I want you to see how above it you are from that wall that you just walked down. See how all that negative thoughts, feelings, actions, emotions, see how insignificant that is. Because now you are in the most majestic place that you need to be right now, where no negativity can penetrate you, and that you feel empowered, that now you can do anything. And I want you to feel the joy, the love, the acceptance, and the warmth. And just take a minute. Perhaps you're seeing God right now, or Jesus, or an ascended master, an archangel, a spirit guide. even a deceased loved one. Who is with you right now? Do you have any animals with you right now? Know that these are all very, very loving beings that is meant to be with you right now in this space, right now, to help embrace for you your new journey of releasing those blockages. Know that this mountain is a place you can come back to at any time. And perhaps at another time you want to go all the way to the top of the mountain and see what's on the other side. But for today, I just want you to keep looking at that wall and see how tiny, how minuscule negativity is, and how much it really, really can and will hurt you. So now it's time to come back to your pasture. But before you can get back to your green, green grass, you must go through that wall again. I want you to be at that wall right now. Is there anything else that you need to remove at this point? Do you need to kick it one more time, hit it one more time? Use your sledgehammer, use your hammer, a shovel, a mallet, what is it? If there's any piece of that wall still remaining, go ahead, knock it down. And kick that dust, blow that dust away. Because you're not going to allow this to block you anymore. Now as you're walking back to your green grass, your pasture of green grass, you should feel very, very light of heart. Because you have just released a lot of burden from your heart. And by releasing burdens and negativities from your heart, releases you and allows your own inner spirit, your own soul to soar. Like the child, like the angel it's meant to be. And now I want you to sit back down in your pasture, that beautiful, beautiful grass. Take in another deep breath. Smell that grass and maybe any flowers, fragrances that's around you at this time. If there's any entities, animals, vegetation that went with you on your journey, say thank you. Tell them how much you love them. And thank you for making you feel safe and to give you the strength and the power to knock down those negatives, those blockages that's been holding you back from your own true happiness. And now I want you to get up. You might want to look up into the sky. What do you see? Take one more look around, but be very, very proud of yourself for breaking through that wall and getting to your majestic mountain. And now go back to the edge of your forest, the edge of your woods, and reach your arms up into the sky and say thank you. I love you.